Why would I? You weren't going anywhere. I didn't even really say goodbye after graduation because it was hot and humid. And of course I would be seeing you in just a few months, probably sooner. You didn't live that far away. I missed my chance. Because of you, Ellie, I am stronger. I don't think that I will ever be quite as strong as you, or as caring, or loving, or as dedicated. But I won't let my heart be broken. I will try to follow your example and let more people see the love I have for them, as you always did for all of us. I wish I hadn't waited so long to tell you. Ellie, I love you. I miss you.
She wrote a musical her senior year, and Ellie starred in it. And she's also music directed in the studio theater where Ellie also started. Dear Ellie, I'm not sure you knew just how excited I was for you to move to New York. You knew to an extent, but I was so excited that I was ready to write roles around you. Sometimes I already was writing with you in mind. I mean, the character description of the fierce protagonist in our musical includes must have great hair. So, you still amaze me with your talent. I think back to Adding Machine and still can't believe what you accomplished while navigating that insane music. And you put up with a lot and up to us. Now we will do our best to honor you by bringing life and love to others.
Spread deep. You were born for this career path, and I am honored to have had the chance to watch.
Since I already expressed my feelings to many of you the other night when we gathered at David Williams' house, I'm going to make this as brief as possible. Let me start by saying, if I didn't already have a daughter who comes as close to perfection as I could egotistically wish, given my own lack of genetic material to work with, I would have wished for a daughter something close to Ellie. She was so beautiful, so smart, so talented as an actor and a singer, but more importantly, she was as kind and as patient and as generous as anyone I've ever known, unless, of course, you were acting like an ass. Unpretentious to a fault, yet secure enough about herself that from day one as a freshman, I could tell she was something special. I can still remember her saying for the first time in that first semester acting class, "I don't understand." But she said it in such an open and non-defensive way that I knew she had the personality that would allow nothing to stand in her way as an artist or as a person. I have always admired people who can do that so easily because they are so secure in their own skin. In that sense, she became a role model for me, as I know she was for many others. My last conversation with Ellie was about the mug she gave me as a part that like the box of Crayola 8s, these few basic colors of the rainbow. And we were all privileged to have walked beside.
And she said, "I'm so excited, but I don't know anything about it." And in the back of my mind, I was thinking, neither do David and I. But the thing that we knew was that in Ellie's hands, it was going to be remarkable. And one of the greatest gifts that I have had, among the many gifts that I have had as an instructor here at the University of Miami, was sitting in rehearsal every night, watching Ellie craft that performance of The Maid into something spectacular. Every opportunity that she had to play at something, it was faster, it was cleaner, it was smarter, and here I was supposed to be her teacher, and she was teaching me so very much, and that is Ellie, always reaching for something higher, always reaching to show us how we too can reach to be better.
Ellie, I keep hearing your voice over and over singing. I am there each morning. I am there each fall. I am there in flowers. I am there in snow. I don't know why this thing happened, but this much is clear. You are. I am there. And you are. You truly are. You are there in everything all of us will do from this moment forward. I love you so much, and we all do, and you will live on in the hearts of all of us for all time. And please excuse my Hebrew.
So, as some of you may know, we were on Ellie's freshman floor. Because as you all know, Ellie was magnificent on this stage, and I wanted nothing more than to show my support for my kind and talented best friend. Where am I? Oh. And on top of the crazy schedules that you guys all lead, somehow she still managed to make me feel loved every moment along the way. She could infect any room with happiness, because that's just who she was. She just came over last week as we talked about how much fun it would be to be living just a few hours from each other up north. I definitely took how much time I thought we had left together for granted. I'm so happy we got to sit together, well, kind of, at graduation if it wasn't for the rose splitting us up, and that I gave your hand a squeeze right before I walked across that stage praying I wouldn't faceplant. I will forever wish that I could give you one last squeeze, my Ellie. Rest in peace, my Israeli princess. I can't wait to be in your favorite place in just 2 short days, and I know that you will be with me my entire time in Israel. You will forever be in my heart.
It's very difficult for me to put into words how much love I had for Ellie, but also just how much of an amazing human being and best friend, mother, sister, cast member, just person she was in general to all of us. Ellie always had time for everyone, and she was always someone I could trust and be myself around. When I was a freshman, I had an unfortunate run-in at a fraternity party where I came home and I felt very ashamed of myself, and she was there for me the entire night. She caressed my head as she made sure I fell asleep, and she didn't leave my bedside until I actually fell asleep. That's how much of a mother she was to us our first year. And okay, I lost where I was, but I'm just gonna go off script.
Wearing a bandana on her head was like, "Who are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm at Frost, being I'm at Frost." And she was like, "We should jam." And I said, "Okay, what do you know?" And she goes, "Do you know Gravity by Sarah Bareilles?" I was like, "Yes." And we went into the BA room and we played through it, and I got probably 4 lyrics in when she said, "That's not my tempo." I had never heard that ever in my life. I was like, what? And she said, I take it a little slower. I take my time. And she challenged me so hard. And always, anytime I played for her, she's like, can we do this? And I would say, sure. And we had this connection. I would play for every single one of her videos, everything. We would just play music all the time. And she always challenged me. We were never just playing through and settling. And I think that's one of the things I'll take most from her in my work. I'll hear her saying, you know, is this right? Or always challenge yourself and keep making music that's right. And all this work that I'll hopefully be doing the rest of my life is just more practice for when I get up there and play for her again. And I just thank her so much for making so much beautiful music with me.
Hi everyone. I'm Jane. I've been Ellie's roommate these past 3 years. She's been a very, very great friend to me, an amazing colleague to all of us here at the University of Miami Theater Department. And she